Jazzy Joe, here's an anime character I guarantee you can't screw up.
Okay. Sorry about the long wait, guys, but we are ready to go. And let me welcome everybody to the chat. While you guys look at the forum URL, it is open. Whoa, there's a lot of people here. So if you're new to the stream, just remember, I only accept requests through this request form because otherwise it gets too crazy, and even then it's a little bit crazy. So get your requests in now before I close up the form. And I'm just going to go ahead and go live on Instagram as well. There we go. Okay, welcome Instagram. You are now here with us. Welcome. And if you're on Instagram, come join on any other platform. So, sorry again for a midweek stream, but I'm trying to get 2 streams in every month, and this is the last day of the month, so it's just now or never. And I have a couple of tipped requests that I didn't get to last stream, so I'm going to start out with those, but I'm going to open it up for everybody else. And I did look through some of the forms, and a lot of people are not including URLs to the image of the character they're requesting. And if it's a character I'm unfamiliar with, I just delete those right away. I need a link to an image. I'm not going to search on my own. It just takes up too much time, and it's no fun for people to watch me Google. So let's welcome Plush Blue. Welcome Plush Blue, and Eli from LinkedIn. Well, it's always fun to see somebody from LinkedIn pop in here. I always wonder if anybody ever bothers watching from LinkedIn. And Jaws Lover. Oh, here we go. And King of Tunes.
This is for my request for Ludwig von Drake from the Donald Duck cartoons or Darkwing Duck. Your choice.
Oh, I like Ludwig von Drake. What a great request. Thank you. And welcome Jaws Lover and Darrego and Robert Champion. And how do these request live streams work? Well, the form. And I do as many as I can handle within a couple hours. And welcome Tim and Plush Blue again, and Tobon Studios and Matthew. Hello, hello, hello. And thank you, Plush Blue, for calling me Jazzy Joe. You know, that is a nickname. I'm trying to get that going, kind of like Sting. And Liston, and let's see, who else is new? We've got, so let's see. Oh, happy birthday, Liston. Very happy birthday to you. And Deirdre, and Manny, and Aiden, and Maldonado, and hey, Lazy Mation. And let's welcome, as if I see everybody else that's new, because there's a lot of conversation. And there we go. And yes, again, I'm sorry if you make a request that I don't get to. But again, I can't make any promises, but I will prioritize if you tip. So here's and Dylan, what am I doing tonight? I am doing a request live stream. And Gray's Tunes, welcome. And did they say hello, Manny? Hello, Manny. Oh, did a tiny URL crash? Did the form link not work? And Cheesecake Warrior, love the pepperan design you drew last stream. I'm gonna have a pepperan rule from now on. For every pepperan that I draw from now on I'm just never gonna be on model. I'm gonna just do my own thing and figure out my own style for pepperan. But that's what's gonna happen. That's just what's gonna happen. I gotta mix it up. And Drago says, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. Why does this keep happening? What's going on? What happened? And Maldonado is a hard last name. Well, you know what? Davidovich is also a difficult last name, and I'm always like rooting for people to get it right. So hopefully I got it right. Did I do it? Because Maldonado, it has a nice ring to it, kind of like El Dorado. The form did not work. Let me check this URL. It works for me. Is anybody else having difficulty? And Josh is back. Josh, I'm going to get your quokka today. Well, tiny URL is still broken and unable to... Okay, well, I'll just post the straight up link in the chat. Hopefully that'll help. So that long unspeakable link is the link to the request form. And so yeah, so I will do non-tipped requests, but there's less of a guarantee that I will get to it. And with the non-tipped requests, I don't have a master list where I keep everything like a running total, because I started out that way and I was just never getting to new requests. It was just a constant catch up, and I like to keep the streams spontaneous. So I apologize to anyone who's disappointed that they don't have their requests getting fulfilled, but you know, this is just about me getting some drawing prompts and hopefully you guys having fun watching the process. So it's part of life. Oh, already 100 messages today. Thanks, guys. And looks like I recently saved your link from a few days ago. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so Josh said, whoa. Oh, what are you woeing to? And welcome, Jesse Houston. Okay, so I would be remiss if I did not plug my merch. So if you like these streams, you like my art, and you want to support, you can go to my merch shop at TeePublic, and I'm posting the link there. And it's got lots of crazy designs, and I've been wearing this Harley Quinn shirt so much that, and I accidentally wear it on days that my husband is also wearing it, and we look like an obnoxious couple that is bent on selling my merch. But I think I've got some funny stuff, some catchy stuff, and some shirts that just need to exist. So there we go, and I'm going to trust everybody and leave the form requests open while I start on some of these requests from last time that I didn't get. I'm going to do, I already pulled Mr. Catnip and Finn. And I'm going to start on this quokka. Because look at this animal, you guys. Look at this creature. Does it not look fake? Does it not look like some sort of adorable Pokemon? Look at this. It's not fair. It's not fair that such cuteness exists in the world, and I did not know about it. Look at this face. Look at this little face. Okay, and this is an example of a quokka. Am I saying that right? Quokka? Quokka? Kuka? And, oh, I'm going to say hello to some people on Instagram. Hello. And, oh, and the one Timon said that I am one of their favorite cartoonists. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Hello, hello. Uno more tiempo. What do you think of that Clone High reboot? I figured it'd be your thing. Well, you know what? I think the Clone High reboot is the exception that proves the rule. I have not laughed that hard since the original Clone High, so I have faith in Lord Miller Productions, and they have they've never really let me down. So I do support the hashtag release the Lord Miller cut of Solo, because I bet that it was an awesome movie. And it's a shame that they got fired off of that, because everything they do is great. And also, I think that the inclusion of Bill Lawrence is really important, because he's sort of an unsung hero of television. He does a lot of fantastic work. He's the guy, probably you'd know him from Scrubs, which is a great, great comedy series from the 90s, the 2000s. It ran for like 1,000 years. But Bill Lawrence is a hilarious comic mind, and he's best buds with Lord Miller. And he is also on the Clone High reboot, or season 2. You know what? I'm not going to call the Clone High show, I'm not going to call it a reboot, because it is season 2. It is a season 2 after a long hiatus. It feels like an actual next season of the show, which I can't think of another successful example of that anywhere else. So, yeah, I really liked it. I mean, I have my issues with some things, like I miss Gandhi. I miss Cleo's old voice, even though the voice actress is still on the show. She's voicing another character, and they recast Cleo, and I have no idea why, because she still has a marvelous voice, really layered, really great comic timing, and the new voice feels kind of bland. But, you know, I don't feel like nitpicking. I mean, it's not I don't feel like criticizing a show that made me laugh, because that is hard to do these days. So good for them. Good for Clone High. I'm actually looking forward to the next episode, and the world is a little less bitter now because of this awesome show. Oh, I don't need to match this facial expression. What am I doing? I can't draw and talk at the same time. He has just like the cutest head shape. And if you are on Instagram and you would like to submit a request, get off of Instagram, because I can't put the link in Instagram, because I can't spare the time. Go to YouTube or Twitch or Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or anywhere else where I am multicasting, and you can join the chat and get the link from there. And Matthew said they rounded out Joan's forehead, thus making the frontal views less awkward. Well, I liked the hyper stylization of the original designs. I don't mind the changes that they made. I think they're reasonable. But I kind of liked Joan's ridiculously flat forehead. I really like the original designs. They feel just bonkers and fun and expressive and weird, and really lend themselves to like funny posing. Okay. And let's see, we got some requests. And Drago says, animation on Clone High Season 2 is Flash rather than traditionally animated. Well, Clone High is one case where digital puppets make sense, because it was so limited originally. But I think they match the original style quite well. They don't make it look flashy. They don't just tween things for no reason. And they haven't skimped on the wacky posing, which is the devil's bargain with Flash. Like, oh, you can do lip flap real easily, but then you don't do special poses. And like, there's a lot of great staging and posing in the new show as well. Okay. And Manny, has another request. Judy has been going nuts this morning, and I have not evening, and I have not been paying attention. Thank you, Judy. Okay, Judy, you may leave, Judy. Why is Judy still staying? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to turn Judy off for just a moment. Or just put her in the corner here. That's fine. I don't know what's going on with Streamlabs. There we go. She just wanted to make sure that I saw her this time. And, oh, welcome, Gergely. Let's not also forget My Little Pony was also animated with Flash. Yep, and still, they managed to work it to be very appealing. Oh, hello, Judy, again. And another donation from Manny's My Name. Thank you. I love them super chats. But feel free to use Streamlabs to donate directly so that YouTube doesn't take 1,000% of it. And I think, Josh, you said something earlier. Oh, we have some more people from LinkedIn. Alexis. Well, that has been a while. Hi, Alexis. I'm glad you could join. I hope you are still here because I am scrolling way up into the chat. And Deirdre says, oh my gosh, my cat and mouse boys are here. Yep, I was able to pull that. There you go, from Josh. Joe, we went with podcast merch on TeePublic based on your living recommendation. Oh gosh. Well, I do enjoy TeePublic for the ease of posting things and the variety of products. And I can only speak to their t-shirts. I haven't bought other kinds of merch from their store. But the t-shirts are pretty good quality. And let's see. So I know Aquoka has like a super big body compared to his head, but is it okay if I give him just like a little bitty body? Because I love characters that have, like, it's so cute when a character's head is bigger than his body. Do Quokkas have tails? It looks like in this picture he has a tail, or that might be a stick. Okay, Josh, you correct me. You're the Quokka expert here. And has anyone else watched Undergrads? They ran it a lot with Clone High. I don't remember that one. Oh, Josh says, yes it is. It is a stick or it has a tail. A nubby tail. Okay, good. A nubby tail. I will make that nubbier then. Okay, Josh, what do you think? Does he look like a Quokka? Does he need the teeth? Maybe he does need the teeth. I will give him some teeth. That'll make him look dorkier and adorable. Yeah. The right amount of dorkiness. And some pigeon toes. And I don't know how to draw things that are things, so I'm just going to make the basic shapes of headphones and hope that they read as headphones. And I know there's this whole thing like, oh...
Hi, Joe. I was just thinking I'd like to watch one of your streams.
Well, I'm glad that this was such a serendipitous opportunity, Beowulf. I'm always glad you're here. And thank you for the sub. So, again, I'm so uneducated about Twitch. Do you need to resubscribe on Twitch every month? Is that how Twitch works? That seems strange to me. The ways of Twitch are still quite foreign to me. Yeah, it feels absolutely right that the headphones are halfway down his face. But I remember somebody had a thread about headphones on cartoon characters that are on the side of their head even though the ears are up top. And I'm like, well, it just looks weird. They don't read as headphones if they're not on the side of the head. So maybe the speakers are like up here and go into the ears here. Like maybe there is a thriving Quokka headphone industry where they have figured this out. But for now, I'm just going to pretend that this makes auditory sense. Plush Blue says Twitch's algorithm can be full of mysteries. Well, Twitch does not seem to be very happy with me. Hey, Barry! Everybody go, Barry! Welcome! It's nice that these streams kind of feel like Cheers. Is anybody named Norm? Yeah, so has anybody else caught the Clone High Season 2? What do you guys think? I know it's a strange feeling for me to like something. It's very strange. But I like it. I like liking things. I wish I had more opportunity to like things.
Hey, Joe.
And,
Hope
hey!
you are doing well.
Fluffcopter, thank you for the sub. Hope you are doing well too, my friend. Always good to see you too. There. Okay. There. I think he's got a little bit of cuteness. And I think I might catch up on this chat a little bit. Mike Chicago said, "It's okay, but the blood was more than in the OG series, and I'm a little mad to it." Yeah, that I couldn't watch that thing with Cleo. That was a bit much. But there was some stuff in the original that I had to shield my eyes for, like the whole Geshi thing. I don't know. I guess by today's standards, it's not that gory, but it is just super gross to me. Yeah, but I can't beat those jokes. Those jokes are so funny. I mean, they're actual jokes. Okay. I think I will keep this in its own little Quokka folder. Quokka, Quokka, Quokka. Not a Quicka, a Quokka. And this one I didn't understand very well. It was, I forget this character's name. But it was her and Homestar. So but it was a tipped request, so I feel compelled to do it. Homestar Coffee Town. Okay. Lottie, her name is Lottie, replaces the guy, Mike, the guy in the yellow shirt. Okay. This is very specific. What's the story behind this request, Matthew? What is the tale here? Yeah, and also, Matthew, it's I pay more attention to the chat on the, I'm pointing, you can't see, here, the regular combined chat. And the reason I do it on Instagram because I'm trying to encourage people to go to the other platforms where everything is combined, but Instagram, for some reason, will not integrate with Restream. I hear they're working on it, but until then, if you want to be sure that I see your comment, I do prefer to read them off of the combined stream so that my eyes aren't darting from screen to screen and I can focus on just drawing. Hello, my name is Joe and I like to make drawings. And Little Witch Academia is an anime. That's why when I tipped, I said, here's an anime character you can't mess up. Watch me. Watch me mess up this anime character. She is no longer anime, my friend. She has been... She's been, what's how can I make my name into a verb? Jode? That doesn't sound right. She has been cartoonified? Just, I don't know. I lost the steam of my joke there. And Valor Strider says, I want to see you try to draw a JoJo character. You wanna kill me? That would be... Oh, I devote this entire stream to getting a JoJo character right. It's not gonna happen in 5 minutes. Okay, so she is with the puppet. Everybody, dido dido. Everybody, la dido dido. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up just a smooch before I move on. Oh, bonus points if Homestar's smiling. He's never actually smiling in the cartoons. Oh, well. If it's bonus points, I can change this puppet a little bit. Cartoonified was a better verb. Thank you, Drago. Get them bonus points. Well, hello, Lacey. Have you been here before? I think I recall. Well, if you're new, welcome. If you are not, then welcome back. Animate. Drago says, if I had a nickel for every time a character named Cleo was in any show, I'd have 3 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened 3 times. 3. The only other Cleo I can think of is from Heathcliff, with her awesome leg warmers. Such an 80s design. When are leg warmers going to come back in fashion? Like, literally anything is in fashion, but leg warmers are still Still haven't made it onto the cover of Delia's, to my knowledge. And Traeger says, maybe I could request an anime character sometime. What are you doing to me? You know I can't draw anime. If you want to see, you know what? The verb I was looking for is bastardized. Yes. If you would like to see your precious anime characters bastardized by my hand, then by all means request them. But I make no promises, and I make even fewer promises when it comes to anime characters. I mean, I might get their basic colors correct, but beyond that... Judy, what you got for me?
Could you draw the question staring at an aglet saying something about how its true purpose is sinister?
Okay. I like that one. I will always draw the question. Oh, if only we had one more season of Justice League Unlimited where they could explain the sinister purpose of the aglet. Oop. I just almost elbowed my tea off the table. And it's cold. Of course it is. All right, so we've got... Oh, I've already forgotten this character's name. Let me see. Lottie. Not Lee. Lottie. And here's Mr. Catnip and Finn. And then I will be ready to look at the new requests. Okay, Mr. Catnip. Let's see, it's sort of got a pillbox head, a crazy bouffant hairstyle, and a lopey little ear. Let's avoid those sinister tangents. Body, it's a little bit shorter than the head, just for variation. Mr. Catnip. I'm assuming that Mr. Catnip is the cat. And Finn is the little mouse. With cute little whiskers. You know what? I'm going to change these eyes so it looks like the original design has them kind of together. I never do eyes this way. Bow ties are always a delight. These remind me of some Hanna-Barbera characters whose names escape me at the moment. So, pop quiz. What Hanna-Barbera character am I thinking of when I see this little bow-tied mouse? Rough and Ready? Was it Rough and Ready? Pixie and Dixie. Yeah, Pixie and Dixie. Yeah. The 1975 version of Jerry has a bow tie due to budget. 1970s. They made some in the 70s? Is that the stuff with Gene Deitch? So I thought that came before the Chuck Jones Tom and Jerry. I didn't think it was the 70s. I'll have to look into that. So I actually saw a Gene Deitch Tom and Jerry that I thought was funny. I never thought I'd see the day, but it was one I'd never saw before. It was the Tom and Jerry cartoon kit. And, you know, the animation is but there's some funny jokes in there, actually. So, yeah, you can still have a good cartoon with lousy animation if you have good jokes. That's my whole deal with Jay Ward. It's that, you know, the animation is not impressive. The drawings are just funny on their own. And the jokes were very, very good. Which is kind of brings me back to Clone High. The original series did not have great animation. They did not move very much, but the drawings were funny and the jokes were hysterically funny. And very wrong, you know. Some in very poor taste, but funny. So it's like so much is forgivable if you'll just be funny. And also great vocal performances, great voice cast. Okay, what do you think of Mr. Catnip and Finn? Gene Deitch was... Oh, Lenali says it's that 70s Tom and Jerry show. Oh, they did a show. I never watched the show before. Oof. So Hanna-Barbera did return to Tom and Jerry. I wonder if that has been lost to the annals of time. Gene Deitch, 61 to 62, and Chuck Jones, 63 to 67. One of the Deitch shorts played 5 to 10 times a day at Disney World in the sci-fi restaurants because they had to deal with MGM at the time. Well, that could have been fun. And yeah, the Gene Deitch versions of Tom and Jerry are kind of hard to watch at times. Because you can tell the poses that they sort of traced over from Hanna-Barbera, and it just doesn't have any of the timing or the spark. But the cartoon kit cartoon was pretty funny. Pretty cute and awesome style. Very good. Oh, and thank you, DMB Network, for the kind compliment. Okay, so I am going to look at the requests that I have now. Holy mother of... Okay, I'm turning off the responses now. I have 40 requests. Okay, requests full. Requests are full. Oh no, what have I done? I left it open for too long. Okay. I have to look at the responses, so forgive me, everybody, while I look at the responses. Under question. Okay. Whew, so I'm not going to get 10 done today. We've got an OC. Wait, bother. Get back. Get back here. I'm just gonna... Here's an OC from Manny, Isra. I'm just gonna do this in my style. She's got bell-bottom trousers, coat of navy blue. And I'm going to just flare out these bell-bottoms. And I'm gonna make that a diagonal. I'm gonna keep... Oh, something happened. What is it, Judy?
Joe, could you draw my survivalist mouse gal, Kinsley?
We'll see. I've got a lot. I've got 40. This was meant to be like a really quick stream, but I left the form. See, this is why I can't leave the form open for too long, because then I will get definitely very backlogged. But I might have to see what I'm trying to do with these requests, apart from being a drawing prompt thing. Like I'm aiming to have a book done where I publish all these fan art requests. So it wasn't, I never had a no OC rule before, but I think after this I might have to implement one, because I'm getting more OC requests than fan art requests, and that's going to really make my book difficult to get to. So yeah, I'm thinking about it. No more OC from this point on. And she's holding ball of magics. That's what magic looks like, right? So what do you guys think? I mean, I don't want to put in rules that make it not fun for people, but I'd really like to get closer to making my book. So let me just put that out there. Would it be really upsetting to you guys if I instituted that rule? And Manny, what do you think of Isra? The girl from Agent Elvis. That is a long URL. Oh, speaking of bell bottoms. Maybe. Let me get back to this summary. Robot Jackal. You know, I might just save these and do them offline because I'd like to get to the, like I said, the fan art requests. Voodoo Bunny. What is this from? What is Voodoo Bunny from? Is it a video game? Because it looks like a video game. So I'll go ahead and get this Voodoo Bunny. Was it a video game called Voodoo Bunny? Yeah, a break from the OCs would suffice. Lacey says you could do no OCs for a while, that you can get more fan art for your book. Okay. I'd appreciate that if you wouldn't mind a temporary moratorium on OCs. Liston says, yes, it's from a video game, Minions and a Crash Bandicoot. Oh, okay, so it's a Crash Bandicoot character. Okay. Crash of the Titans. Well, I'll honor the OC request that came in tonight, for sure. I don't want anyone to feel gypped, but I am a little bit, especially with 40 requests that came in, I need to get stuff for my fan art book. Otherwise, my goal is that by the time I have my 50th request stream, that I'll have 250 sketches to choose from. Because it's not going to be every sketch because some of them are real stinkers. I just want it to be the good drawings, and I will. There's some sketches that I didn't end up liking how they turned out, so I've reworked them offline, and so I want to make sure that I don't even know what I'm talking. I'm just kind of like 40. Oh no. That's more time that I have. And it's already 10:30. Oh, I hate straight lines. Straight lines are the worst. Well, luckily, it's not really a straight line. Lean into that. Bell-bottom trousers, coat of navy blue. She loves his sailor boy, and he loves her too. Why did my music stop? When did the music stop? Was it when I started freaking out? Boy, I think the music stopped playing ages ago. And I just have been freaking out so much that I forgot to hear it. Okay. So I know that's a different face shield type, but I kind of like the carrot shape for a rabbit better. And I want him to have a tail. And again. Off model. Everything is off model. Oh. Oh, and I have not been scrolling to the bottom of the chat. Oh, Matthew, that's so nice. But yeah, it's safe to say your UPA style drawing of Natalie last month really inspired me to try out a more Hubley-esque approach to my work. Oh, cool. And Loft T says, could I do a picture of Zatanna from DC Superhero Girls tap dancing? What a cute idea. But if you are on Instagram and you want to submit a request, I have a form that is not open right now because I have 40 and it is too much for me to do in even 2 sittings, I think. But I only accept requests through my form so I can keep things organized. We've got some interesting OCs on the stream. Yeah, my complaint is not that the OCs are uninteresting in any way, by all means. It's really cool to see what everyone else is coming up with, but I want to do my book. And this stream started out as a fan art stream, because I like trying different styles and getting prompts to draw characters I wouldn't normally attempt. Like Disney characters, for instance. Okay, Voodoo Bunny. I will get all the lines and stuff right when I take it to color. But what do you think? I know I've seen this Voodoo Bunny request in here for a while, but is he good? Voodoo bunnies are a tribe of rabbits that wear strange masks and have the power to make smell lightning clouds appear. Smell lightning clouds? Smell... Danta asked if I worked with books before. That's actually going to be my project for the summer. I've done two children's books with Coy Bowles, and he's got one more idea that I actually need to finish putting together my pitch for it. But I wanted to do a stream tonight because I've been having trouble with my pitch, and I just need some drawing prompts to get my confidence and get warmed up again. Okay. There we go. Lindsay Stern asked for a Soviet-era Ukrainian character. Hint, he was a meme. Oh my gosh, did you ask for Chibarashka? I hope it's Chibarashka. I love Chibarashka. Пусть не укажет на спека, на положит. And no parking, Barry says, hope my request of Major Dr. Ghastly as Dorothy Gale would be in it. I noticed it's in your portfolio. Oh yeah, I like that one. Having the worst luck getting the time. Oh, I'm sorry, Travis. Those bunnies are the favorite animals of Dr. Facilier. Probably. And somebody asked about the book. I can't find the question. If you had a question, or ask the question again. Small lightning clouds. Oh, okay. That makes more sense than smell lightning. But it was intriguing. I was very intrigued by the idea of smell clouds with lightning. And Lacey says, curious, which character was a challenge for you to draw? All of them are a challenge, but especially the anime characters. Oh, and Matthew just posted an example on my Discord. You can check that out. Oh, nice! That looks great. I love the colors. Oh, and thank you, Justin, for subscribing, and thank you, Judy, for alerting me. I like that Mickey Mouse. Very cool. Let me give that a reaction. A smiley face because it made me smile. Hello. Alright, back to the stream. Okay, Spider-Gwen. I just did a Spider-Gwen. Yeah, I did a Spider-Gwen, I think 2 streams ago. Where is she? Right here. Here's your Spider-Gwen. Bam! That was the fastest request ever. And Jimmy 5 from Monica and Friends? Oh my gosh, I did storyboards for Monica and Friends. Did you know that? Oh, this is a blast from the past. Wow. I still remember those was one of the first times I ever tried storyboards. And it was very, very simple storyboards. So when I was doing it, it was called Monica's Gang. And we've got another one for Jeanette. That's... Oh, okay, it's multiple. This is a little tricky to find out. Oh, that's used my own image as reference. Thank you. Okay. Jeanette. Okay, let me get on with Jimmy 5. And are we ready for Spider-Verse tomorrow? Well, sure. If I don't see things day of ever. I'm gonna do Jimmy 5. 1930s style. Why is... Okay, I don't know why Restream keeps... Let me go on to Restream. How do I disable that post? Chat... settings... Aha. Chat timers, disable. Okay. So, sorry, that form is not going to work because I turned off requests. I usually disable the chat timer. I mean, it's a handy thing until I get 40 requests in one sitting. I'm going to knock this back. You know what? I'm going to do something crazy. I'm just going to go straight to inking. Let's see if I can do it. Let me get a nice, gritty, grubby inker. Nothing too dry. Broken bumpy. That sounds gritty. Maybe a little bit too much. Let's see if I can get it thinner. Yeah, I like that. You guys don't see me ink very often because I'm not good at it. Not that I claim to be good at anything. But inking gives me the hibblies and the jiblies. Because I just like the potentiality of the correct line being somewhere among the mess that I've created. But once you ink, you just take all that. You take Schrodinger's cat out of the box. I'm a Schrodinger cartoonist. I like my lines to be both correct and incorrect simultaneously. But once you ink, you're letting the cat out of the box. I never thought of it that way before. That's why I like streams. I come up with bizarre things while I talk because nobody tells me to shut up. Except JFK. Did you just tell me to shut up? Oh, scandal. No, it was Gandhi who said shut up. Yeah. Yeah. One of the lesser known, or the lesser quoted, Clone High quotes, but one of my favorites. See. This is where I'm getting the lines incorrect. I want to put the cat back in the box, but I can't put the cat back in the box because I've committed to inking. But I like using a broken, bumpy line like this because, I don't know, less pressure. Maldonado says, correct or incorrect, it still comes out perfect. That is a very lovely, lovely lie, and I appreciate it. Gray's Tune says, oh god, live-action mermaid scuttlebutt rap is dreadful. I can't believe a room of adults approved it. Let's... Yeah, that's our world. Maybe it would take the brutal honesty of a child to say, like, no. Emphatically, no. Okay, let's see how he looks. Well, he could be rubber hosier. I think these angles are tripping me up. Let's see if I can get this with no net. It's an improvement. Still not perfect. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and drop color in this because I think Jimmy's done. You done, son? Oh, what a delightfully bizarre song that I'm listening to right now. Oh, I love it when I can just zoom through the color. Simple, simple, such a simple character. Bless you for being so simple. Oops. Oh, redo. Okay, Jimmy 5. He's got a shiny head. Oh, this one again. I like weird stuff, but that's just too weird. Okay. Gurgly said, Porky's rap in Space Jam 2 was also bad. Why does every recent animated movie have to have a rap? Because the people who think... Because they're disconnected from what is actually popular with fellow kids, and they're stuck in sort of a 90s mentality, where it was cringy even then. It's like they want to do absolutely everything except make authentic Looney Tunes cartoons. Which I still maintain is impossible. And it's better to just try and do original things. Create new properties. There is no shortage of creative vision out there. But I think it has to do with studios not wanting to pay residuals or share royalties with creators. That's what I think is the bottom of it. They think it's a safer bet to go with a property that people are already familiar with, and also they don't have to pay, they don't have to share royalties with anybody creative. I don't know if he needs that. He's just so rosy-cheeked. Oh, Jimmy 5, you're so funny. Okay, so we've got a Jeanette. And Donut Cake said the models for Space Jam were still super well rendered. Well, yeah, the artists themselves are fantastic. They got some masters of their craft to work on that. It was putting every traditional guy back to work for a long time. So in that way, it's great. But to what end? Oh, Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Gigi from Velma. Oh man, are you gonna make me draw something from Velma? Oh, you are, aren't you? Okay. You did not provide a link for visual reference. Okay, I don't see a full body of her. And you didn't include a link. Please include a link, you guys. Okay, I've only got one image here. So it's just going to be a bust shot. Okay, let's see what else we got on. At least... Oh, and Ludwig von Drake. I'm looking forward to this one. As I have a devil of a hard time drawing Disney ducks. I don't know why, but they always turn out like Daffy. I remember the last Donald Duck I tried. I think I got stuck on him for an hour. It was like, stop being Daffy. Stop it. Stop being Daffy. Okay, well, at least it's not Velma. Maybe a new rule for the future, no characters from that Velma show. No, I mean, it doesn't have to be stuff that I like personally, but it's just... but it's just that I really... You know, I go on and on about nihilism in cartoons, and it's why I still gravitate towards children's cartoons, because that seems to be the only place where optimism is still allowed to exist. And niceness and everything that's... everything else is so dark and cynical and just makes me want to die. And Velma is just like a very mean-spirited show. And I'm okay with mean-spirited and cynical. I've laughed at my share of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But at a certain point, I can't take much more. And everything is like this now. Everything is trying to outdo Rick and Morty, it seems. Oh, you know what might be cool? Is if I did her in Hanna-Barbera style. But that would take effort. Yeah, what other rules should I put in place, you guys? What rules would you like to see? Or even if it's just to be funny. Yeah, but this was Shaggy's girlfriend that they put in the show instead of Scooby. And everyone's like, is she supposed to be Scooby? I don't know. I don't know what the intention is. I don't care. I was never the biggest Scooby-Doo fan to begin with. In fact, I actively did not like Scooby-Doo until Mystery Incorporated came out, and I was like, this is a good show. I like Mystery Incorporated. If you haven't seen Mystery Incorporated, I highly recommend it. It's this rare thing where it's true to the source material, the spirit of it, but also creates a new thing. It's a really good show. And actually pretty scary monsters. There's like the episode with the little kids that turn into little gremlin babies was... I'm not showing that one to my kids anytime soon. That one was super spooky. And like a weird monster design where there was one monster that had no head, but its torso had a mouth. And that's just a great creepy design. They had a great mermaid design as well. And it was very funny, and it had a lot of heart. And I love how they expanded the personality of the characters. Velma was kind of mean, but, you know, yeah, I like... My favorite version of Velma is from Pup Named Scooby-Doo, where she's just, like, quiet and observant and just, like, kind of spunky and cute in a kind of a quiet way. Mystery Incorporated Velma is she's kind of mean and controlling and bossy, but it works within the story. And I love how the breakout character in Mystery Incorporated was definitely Fred. I've never liked Fred so much. He was my favorite character. He was so funny. And they made the brilliant choice of making Shaggy the straight man. So he sets up all the gags. He's not the comic relief. He's Abbott. and it worked really well. And yeah, that show could have gone on for a couple more seasons, in my opinion. Okay, so this is like a cartoonier version of, is she wearing overalls? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's see what else we got. Now, I might just drop in color here as well. I think she's fleshed out enough. No, I turned off the timed chat timer. Turn off chat timer. Reply commands. Bot. No. Okay, I'm having trouble. I'm sorry for the form keeps going in the chat. I tried to turn that off a couple times, but oh well. Just, it's closed. Look at the screen. It is, requests are closed. I have 40 requests I'm slogging through. And hopefully we'll get to bed before midnight. That was my goal, to get to bed before midnight. And it is already 11. Like a good eyeshadow highlight. That always makes me happy to do. Okay. Oh, I've got questions on Instagram. Can I draw? Okay, can I draw fleet Animator Liz. Hey, Animator Liz. Where else am I on live? I am, if you're still around, I am on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Twitch, DLive maybe. I don't know. I never look at DLive anymore. I'm in the main places. And if there's another place that you think that I should be, let me know, and I'll see if Restream supports that. Because I'm just every reasonable place that Restream supports, so that I can multicast, simulcast, duplicast. Okay. Oh, she's cute. Oh, forgot her overalls. I don't know how overalls work. This looks like a brooch. Oh well. There we go. So Gigi. Give her some cheeks. Knock down that opacity. Make it a little subtle. There we go. That seems a little too much. There you go. Okay, let's see. Drago, did you read my comment on Instagram already? I don't know. Manny asked, did anyone here heard of square root of minus Garfield? Is that Garfield without his thought bubbles? Or is that the one where it's without Garfield entirely and it's just John going crazy? And Maldonado says, Joe, I like how you said that Velma is a mean-spirited show, but to me, Little Demon is mean-spirited. Can anybody tally for me how many shows have been done in the last 10 years about Satan's children? Like, it's, like, I remember the first one was an Adult Swim one called Lucy, or something like that, and then I'm like, oh, that's cute. The devil's wearing like a Cosby sweater and he's like trying to be a good dad. And then there's just like 1,000 shows with the exact same premise. I swear, it's like I feel like I'm living in deja vu. over and over again. Okay, so we've got Gigi, which is a wonderful name. Gigi. La da 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 da. And Manny said about Garfield. It's actually a series of Garfield edits. No, I haven't seen that one. Ah, sorry. Oh, Barry, that's right. Lucy, daughter of the devil. Yeah, that was the first one I remember. Yeah, there's a Comedy Central animated show. That was Ugly Americans, I think. The main lady was Satan's... No, that's different. I did work on Ugly Americans, but the main lady was not Satan's daughter. He was like a sub-demon, and they didn't work in hell. I don't know. Is that the one you mean, Matthew? But there's just, like, so many. So many. Ludwig von Drake. Okay, let's get back to the questions. Aha, I'm getting closer to the tipped responses being done. Fatso the clown. Uh-huh. Let's see. Fatso the clown, okay. Clown! Thank you very much. And Ophelia Ramirez from The Life and Times of Juniper Lee. I remember that show. I remember Ophelia too. Yeah. I did a spot. I actually got to animate her for a Cartoon Network spot. She was a goalie. And I just remember it was the first time I tried to animate someone rolling their eyes. I think I did an okay job. But that was a fun... I really enjoyed that spot.
Kansas Thursday.
Okay, let me go back to the questions. And the question. Question. Aglets. How can I make this one funny with the question? Their true purpose is sinister. Let me get my animator pencil back. And Fatso the Clown, yes, that is another OC. It played on Comedy Central here. Just remember, Are you thinking, because I wouldn't put it past Comedy Central to have another show like that. Did it have the guy being roommates with a zombie? Because that would be Ugly Americans. She definitely would not have. She would not have a hips forward posture. Okay. This was a cute show. I can't remember, did Juniper Lee come before Jake Long, American Dragon? Because it was weird that these shows had almost the exact same premise. Usually that doesn't happen. I was hoping somebody would request Clone High tonight. I was kind of looking for an excuse to draw some Clone High. I'll just have to do that on my own. Oh, no, I think this character's a little bit over-designed. These shoelaces. Spent all that time drawing that belt buckle, and I'm just gonna draw on top of it. And Maldonado did some research. Oh, everybody knew, 2005. American Dragon came out in January of 2005. Juniper Lee came out in May of 2005. Well, that means they were in production at the same time. Because that is February, March, April, May. Yeah, they pretty much came out the same year. Weird. And Gray's Tune said... Liston said, not sure if you even looked at Fatso's description box. He's a nice clown. Am I missing something about Fatso? Let me know. Sunglasses Bugs Bunny. Gosh, it's hot. That's a very cute design. I shall consider it if I have time. Stop doing the thing! Disable, disable. I know. Should I have it in compact mode? Okay, I don't know where... I'm so sorry. Ignore those things again. Yeah. Yeah, it is... Juniper Lee in American Dragon is a lot like Ants in Bugs Life. And the great mystery of animation history. Who came first? The Cat Concerto or Rabbit Rhapsody? Which, I think Rabbit Rhapsody is a better cartoon. Not that Cat Concerto is bad, but Rabbit Rhapsody, it's just one of my favorites. I think it deserved the Oscar that year. But it's still weird. Who was ripping off who? Or is it possible they were inspired by the same muse? But there's just so many similarities in those cartoons. Okay. Matthew asked, do I have model sheets of Sunny? No, actually, we didn't work from model sheets. We just sort of figured it out. I think my director drew a couple key poses and corrected my drawings as I went along, but yeah. In the commercial world, we don't really, at least when I was doing commercials, we didn't really have model sheets. We just had a couple poses and that the director would lay out poses, stuff from the storyboard or the animatic, and just like try to make it not suck. Gotcha, will do. Doing our best. I think the only time I worked on trying to have a model sheet was for the Trix Rabbit, but that was for a pitch. I was pitching it. We didn't get that job. I'm so disappointed. Still to this day. Alright, now let's get to Ludwig von Drake. I'm just curious how he looked in Darkwing Duck. If they made any changes to it. Is Ludwig von Drake related to Daffy Duck? I mean, Donald Duck? I don't think he was in Darkwing Duck. I don't know, I haven't seen every episode of Darkwing Duck. but it would make sense if he was. Okay. Ludwig was on Quack Pack. Oh, okay. Oh! Carolyn Ramino asks, can I draw the pretty witch hazel from Broomstick Bunny? I love that design. Oh, okay. I might break my rule. Okay, so request to join. Oh. I trust Lindsay. Lindsay, you can join. Oh, where you're there. I keep clicking request. Hello. Does this work? Well, I keep clicking request and it's not doing anything. Not request. Pfft, I keep clicking accept. I keep clicking accept and it's not doing nada. So I don't know. I don't know what joining means on a live stream on Instagram, but Lindsay, I trust you. And I accepted your request, but it's not doing anything. I'll try one more time. Oh, there we go. So, hi. This is a new thing for me. I hear taps. Is that what it's supposed to be? I'm not sure. Howdy. So this is a feature on Instagram that I have not done before. So does it mean that you can talk? Does that mean that you're gonna... Who's there? You there, Lindsay?
Yeah.
Awesome. Welcome.
Oh, you can hear me. I've never done this before either.
I know. I've gotten a lot of requests to join streams. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Let's find out. But I trust you. And
okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I've been a fan of your work for years and years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, since the early 2000s, I believe.
That's fantastic. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, since you're swamped with a whopping 40 requests.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Well, I won't pressure you to do mine, but, yeah, this character, my request is, he's a character from Ukraine, and he was a meme for a time last year.
Did you submit him through the form?
I did.
Is it Chibarashka?
No, unfortunately, though that character is so cute.
Isn't he? So
And
cute. Triangle nose.
Yeah, he's actually Russian, I believe.
Is he?
Just
Okay.
Russian, not Ukrainian.
Well,
But-
I know my parents are Ukrainian, and I know we had plenty of Chibarashka in the house, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, this one, the Soviet television commissioned Kiev Film, which was Ukraine's animation studio, to do an adaptation for Treasure Island, like for television. And the studio made it really, really funny. And so this character that went viral last year among people not from the former Soviet Union, it's their version of Dr. Livesey.
Let me see. And you submitted it with a link?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Let's see if I can find it. Because I've been through most of the requests, and I don't think I've seen it. But let me see. But yeah, Russian, Ukrainian, Soviet animation is
Soviet.
wild.
No.
Like,
I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And I was also the one who requested El Capitan Terreco a while back.
Oh,
He was
that's
from Cuba.
that's why I trust you. You have great taste.
Yeah, he was from Cuba.
Okay, let me see. I can sort this by name. Lindsay.
Yeah, I wrote my name as Lynn of the Woods, my
Oh,
username.
Lynn of the Woods. Okay. There you are. Oh, it won't let me click. It just says, Lynn of the Woods has sent you a request. I'm like, then just let me get to it when I click on it. But it says no. There we go. Nope. Okay. It's not letting me click on things. I don't understand why. Okay, responses, question. I'm sorry, this is so thrilling for me to watch me fumble my way through these things. I wish I could, if it was just, could tell me which response it was. Okay. Username, there we go. Now I can see. Lynn of the Woods. Response. 15. Got it. Okay, now I can see. I'm really excited to see what this looks like. Oh my gosh! What is that? This is the request, you guys. What is this?
Isn't he awesome?
This has definite personality. That's Dr. Dr. Livesey was such a great, respectable character.
Not here.
But not here.
He is a hilarious, confident goofball here.
Well, I hope I can get to him, because you always have really interesting, deep cut requests.
I do. It's my jam. But wait till you see the walk cycle of his, the reason he went viral in the first place.
Okay, I don't recognize him from any memes. I'm interested to look him up. Let me finish Mr. Ludwig while I'm thinking about him.
Yeah.
And then I'll look up this walk cycle and share it with the rest of the uneducated world that should know this. Okay.
I love Ludwig von Drake, by the way. Loved his cartoons growing up.
I love him too. I've never drawn him before. He definitely doesn't look like Daffy Duck, so I feel like this is a mild success.
I think it was awesome.
Thank you.
I love the line work.
Thank you kindly. Yes, and there's some people confused here on the rest of the streams. Okay, so what I've done is on Instagram, you can't see it, but maybe you can hear. Instagram has this feature where people can join the live stream, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. So Lindsay here requested, and I trust her because I've seen her a lot of times. She has awesome requests. So I was like, let's see what happens. Accept. And now we have this awesome new bonus feature for the live streams where it's like I can take calls. Like, yeah, and solve problems and give advice, you know? I'm going to be Frasier up in here. Maybe that's for next stream. Or maybe everyone can call in and solve my problems. I think that would be better.
Yeah, I had no idea I was calling you. I don't know what this was doing either.
Well, now we know.
I'm pretty stoked that I'm actually talking to you, though.
Oh, it's pretty cool. Well, I'm glad that you chimed in. We both took a chance on this feature because I think this is fun. Guys, what do you think? Do you think that this is something you'd be interested in? Because then I'll definitely keep Instagram around if you guys want to hop onto. So if you're on Instagram and want to request, go onto YouTube, and if you're on YouTube and you want to talk, go onto Instagram. Could that be more confusing? But at least it's something else to keep the live streams interesting. And it's, you know what, I enjoy talking live to somebody because then I don't have to look away from my drawing, because I feel like that sort of distracts me when I'm trying to catch up on the chat. So thank you for helping me figure out this feature, Lindsay.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Yeah. So you're like a big animation fan?
Yes, I've been a cartoonist all my life.
Oh, I need to look at your work. I'm so sorry. I haven't done that. I will. I promise. Are you? Where do you live? You live best on Instagram?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and Facebook, but I think it would be easier to look at my stuff on Instagram.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely do that. Everyone check out Lindsay Stern's Instagram.
Yeah, Lynn of the Woods.
Lynn of the Woods.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. And I think...
Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, I draw... I also have a separate sketch account that you'll see the link to on my main Instagram page. I love drawing Tareko. I'm actually good friends with the animator who created him.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in his early 80s now, but he's still doing great. He is most famous in Cuba for creating a comic strip called Gugulandia, which is about, like, cave people. Very funny stuff.
Well, it's awesome to keep seeing what's out there, because there's, like, so many treasures that don't get a lot of play. So I really appreciate it when people bring, like, hey, guys, look at this treasure that nobody knows about. And Tareko is a really funny cartoon.
Oh, I love it so much. The creator, Hernan Henriquez, he even likes the OCs I came up with for it.
Oh, that's right. Now I remember. You gave him a girlfriend.
Yeah, I did. Alien Princess.
And she's, like a bear.
Kind of. She has those big round doorknobs on her head.
Oh, okay. I thought, sorry. She looked like a cute...
a princess who would rather be a programmer, computer programmer. She's a big nerd.
Well, it's a very cute design. I liked it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Sure.
Yeah, I remember your old characters, like the pinstripe tiger.
Oh my gosh, that is really old. Yeah, I dropped that as soon as I saw Lackadaisy. I'm like, nope, I can't compete. Because my the tiger, his name was Tiger Rag, and not very creative, but the pinstriped fox was called Mr. Pinster, also not very creative, and the idea was they had a nightclub, and then I saw Lackadaisy and was just like, no, I can't do this anymore. It's Lackadaisy's too good.
The kangaroo, like Lindy Hop, and the
Yep.
cat Odessa Steps.
Yep. I can't believe you remember.
I did, they were cute.
Thank you. Yeah, Odessa Steps was like a Russian dancer, as you might guess from the name. So, but I did a little bit of animation with her when I was in college, and Yeah, and then I found Lackadaisy and stopped. Which I don't recommend. I don't think I should have, but it's like when you see somebody do something that's similar to your idea, but they're like really, really good, it kind of takes the wind out of your sails. So, but I'm really stoked that you remember. That's incredible. It's like, oh my gosh, people actually saw that stuff.
Yeah, years ago, I wasn't brave enough to contact you at the time, but I checked out your website regularly because I loved what you did.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Man.
like all that Animaniacs fan art.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I actually had, one of the artists from Animaniacs found me because of that fan art. Because I really, really, really loved Animaniacs. And,
I did too.
yeah, it was special. It was super special. And all the, gosh, it would have been... I have so many ideas. I wish I could have made it into the reboot, because there was...
I know.
Well, they would have hated me. They definitely did hate me, which is why I don't... Well, not hate, because that's active. They just don't care about little old me. But I had so many ideas that I wish that we could do. There's... I really wanted to do an I Love Lucy Animaniacs crossover. And... I just feel and I wrote the script and I illustrated it and I was like, this could be so funny. And I to this day, I mean, I still feel like it has legs. It certainly needs help, but it's the kind of stuff that I feel like would have, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, it's just for me. It's just for me. It's just for my own amusement. Sorry. I'm getting nostalgic for 20 years ago me, when I still had a lightness in my heart and hope for the future. That's a really dark thing to say. I take it back. I'm sorry.
But yeah, remember when artists had to make their own websites?
Yep. Yep. And it was a real challenge learning to code and trying to figure out how to patch things so that you could get all of your quirky ideas to work. Like I became a decent coder in HTML, where I could sort of get things to work, but I remember searching for I spent way more time on it and I should have been drawing instead of coding. But yeah, those were the days. Now Adobe Portfolio just does it for you.
Oh, another person in the comments is remembering a picture I also remember where Strong Bad marries your Joe the Zet character.
Yep, I was in love with Strong Bad as well, and I wanted to express that. And that was back when Homestar was accepting fan art. And yeah, I just was one of those people who was just like, I'm just gonna draw my weird fantasies, and hopefully it's amusing to other people.
I got my mom obsessed with Homestar Runner too back in the day. We would watch it together.
You're kidding. My parents couldn't make head or tails of it. They're like, what is this? This is dumb. I'm like, it's brilliant. You don't understand. Strong Bad is the most hilarious creature to ever walk the internet. I think Homestar Runner pretty much started the internet. I don't think people knew about the internet before Homestar. And somehow, Homestar made the internet funny. It wasn't Newgrounds, it was Homestar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I've got a decent Ludwig von Drake. Oh, his arms are weird.
Oh, you totally do. I love him.
Yeah. His arms are weird. I gotta fix this arm. And... fix this fold. Is that better? It's not better. It's too much of a bend. Let's see. Oh. Now, the dangerous thing about me talking to somebody live is that I get so excited that I'm just going to start blabbering even more than I usually do. I don't have much of a filter when I talk to people. Like, before long, I'm going to like, and these are the medications I take. And like, okay, let's stop the oversharing. Okay. But also, I need to check the chat because it's been a minute. Oh, his shoulders. That's what's wrong. I'm not including his shoulders. There we go. That makes me feel better. There's still something wrong. I can never get folds right.
He's got one of those designs where I smile just looking at it.
Well, because he's just such a strong character, you can't help but hear his voice whenever you look at him.
Oh, I've been thinking about it the whole time you've been drawing him. He even has a song about colors I haven't been able to get out of my head all this time.
I was thinking about that. It's one of those songs I should know, but I don't, and I'm mad at myself for not knowing it. And his collar, just, these Disney artists, darn them, they're such good drafts people. I can't even copy them. Because the button goes back here. Why did I think the button goes here? Darn you and your magnificent skills, Disney artists. I should be able to recognize, who do you think did this drawing? It's got to be one of the big guys.
Yeah, I think so too.
Who has a good guess? Let's see.
I'm going to say maybe Milk Call.
Maybe. The hands don't look Milk Call.
Oh.
But I don't know. What do you guys think? Milk Call? And Matthew says, oh, it's the Spectrum song. Thank you, Matthew.
Oh, that's what it's called. It's Spectrum song.
Yeah. Matthew says, you can blame Milk Call. He was the main designer of Ludwig. I do blame Milk Call with his ridiculously wonderful hands. So I think, even if Milk Call didn't do this particular drawing, his fingerprints are all over this design.
Mm-hmm. No wonder I thought of him first.
Yeah. One of these days, I just need to sit down and look at Milk Call's hands and just copy the heck out of them. I think there should just be, anytime you take an animation course, there should just be like one course called Milk Call's hands and feet. Hands and feet from Milk Call. Draw them 1,000 times and you'll be okay. Okay. Well, I think I might add color. It's not the most refined sketch, but I think it's good enough for color. Oh no, did I... Ugh. Don't do that, Joe. I don't think I'm going to be able to cheat like I normally do. Let's see if this will work. Sort of. Oh, darn it. When I drew on that layer, I made a boo-boo. Let's see. That sort of works. Okay, let's see what's been buzzing in the chat. Did I miss anything? And Gray's Tunes said, honestly, Joe, some of the funniest OG Animaniac stuff was super esoteric and just for the creators in a sense. Like, the target audience was absolutely not going to get the Jerry Lewis stuff. I got the Jerry Lewis stuff. because I was a weirdo child who also watched Turner Classic Movies. Back in the day, it was American Movie Classics, AMC, when they showed more black and white stuff. But I knew it was Jerry Lewis for sure. And I knew it was Nutty Professor Jerry Lewis, who sort of switched back and forth. But I'm a weirdo. I'm the weirdo kid that watched old stuff. I loved I Love Lucy. I love the Dick Van Dyke Show. The only thing I didn't get that really not the only thing, but one of the big things that I didn't get on the original Animaniacs was Hearts of Twilight. I had no idea about Apocalypse Now. But I just thought it was such a weird, bizarre, hilarious cartoon just on its own. But yeah, but that's all Paul Rudd. So anything Paul Rudd does is hysterically funny. And he should be taking over the world by now with his comedy, if there was any justice in Hollywood. But hopefully, I'm glad he's doing conventions now, because it would be so cool to be able to meet him. I know he's going to a convention. I just saw a tweet about it. I can't remember where it's... Is it Des Moines? Does anybody know? Ah, stupid forms. Go away. And Liston says, do we really need to add color on these streams? I guess we don't really have to do anything. You guys would rather see me doing more drawings than the color?
I got this too.
Oh, okay. Oh, Lindsay, are you still there?
Yeah.
All right. Do you mind if I let you go?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm not sure how to
Thanks
do
for
it.
everything.
No problem. I just don't want you to feel like you have to hang out the whole time, because I'm probably going to be here for another hour. And you might have things to do.
Yeah, I do have to clean my kitchen, but I'll keep the stream going.
Oh,
I'll
awesome.
just close out this window.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do it. We're on this journey together.
Okay, we will figure it out.
Okay, but it's nice to meet you, and thank you for joining.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Awesome. And thank you for checking out my work.
Absolutely.
I've loved your stuff for a long time, like 20 years, so
that makes
that's
me
pretty
feel
awesome.
that makes me feel so good, because a lot of times, like, even though I know that everyone here is a real person, it's really weird to see that it's real people. I don't know how to explain it. You're a real person. But it does.
You mean, say hi to your family for me.
I sure
Good night.
will. Good night.
Whenever I have a kid or anything like that, it's just I'm just sitting down, standing up. Also, it's a lot better to have it at super high.
And Donut says, hot take, Charlie Adler should have been on Animaniacs and later Warner Brothers stuff of the era. He was so good as Buster. Oh, yeah. He was a fantastic Buster. You can't... They did replace him, but he was irreplaceable. But I can't remember exactly what the falling out was about salary, or I don't know. But it's really unfortunate. He's got a really tremendously unique voice and great delivery and comic sensibility.
Yeah. Basically, pretty much the same. This one is weird because you can't.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be for,
Call us again and we might reveal your zodiac sign.
You're supposed to keep it in a car because, the heat will distort it. Which is odd. Don't leave it in a car.
Okay, let's check the chat. And Barry says, my first exposure to anything Jerry Lewis related was the character of Professor Fink from The Simpsons, and even then didn't get the reference till later down the line. Yeah, it's funny looking back and seeing the things that you just accepted as a child and be like, oh my gosh, this was a reference to something? Now, I remember my mind was blown. I hadn't heard of Dolomite. And I was like, wait a minute. This is just like Black Dynamite. Which is such a funny movie. But it's like a direct parody of Dolomite. I had no idea. And there's something too with Airplane. Airplane is a very direct parody of like Flight something something. Chat, you know everything. Oh, Lee says it is Des Moines. I was right. So Paul Rugg is going to be in Des Moines. So if you're in Des Moines, go to the Des Moines Comic-Con and meet Paul Rugg and be mystified by his comic majesty. But Airplane was based on what movie? 0 Hour. Jono? Is that you? I just want to be sure. Is that you, Jono, or is this a different Jonathan Wells? Answer me. Hi! I was just thinking about you the other day. How are you doing? Are you still in Atlanta? Sorry, I am catching up with my friends here. Sorry, the stream is possibly on a delay. Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to be like, answer me, damn it. No, it's fine. It's just, sometimes I forget the internet is not necessarily instantaneous. And, oh, hey! Joey, when did you sneak in? Paul and Tom and Joey are going to be at Des Moines this weekend. Oh, I wish I could go. The panels, Joey, I got to tell you, the panels that you host are incredible. You are so good at it. Like, you could make a career out of hosting panels because you are on it. You have like reference and examples and it's just great. It's not just that I'm a fan of the shows. I seriously think that the Animaniacs panel and the Freakazoid panel, the one from WonderCon, is like the best panels I've ever seen. Best put together, best audience involvement, and I love how those guys are so entertaining when they talk, that informative and entertaining. Like, I really wish I could go see. I hope you guys come to MomoCon or someplace in the Southeast so I get a chance to come. Because it's hard taking long journeys these days. Yeah, okay. Good. You're in Atlanta. Well, I'm gonna hit you up soon. Let's get together sometime. I don't think I've talked to you since I moved, but we got to catch up. And I hope that Zelda game loads. There we go. Maybe MomoCon next year. Yes! And... ooh, St. Fasudo said something with which Manny disagrees. I must know. I missed what the... St. Fasudo said there's 80s movies in the TCM section of HBO Max. Why? The minimum age of a classic should be 50 years. And Manny says, I disagree. TCM's purpose is to champion film history, and there are several 80s movies that are worthy to be showcased for them. For example, Cinema Paradiso. I'm more on St. Fasudo's side. I think that classic film, and this is just my amateur opinion, and I am not a film historian or anything like that. I'm just a film fan. But I think classic film with a capital C, like a capital C classic, is definitely constrained to an era of films, like golden era Hollywood. Past the 1970s, we enter the modern era of movie making, and I just, and definitely a lot of movies are lowercase classics, obviously, like Godfather and everything Steven Spielberg did, but there's not, when I think of a classic film, it's a capital C, and it's it's like the studio system films, like going back to the silent era. That's what I think of, and also the modern classics, they get play everywhere else, but the old stuff, the Technicolor, the black and white, the capital C classic films of the studio system era, they don't get play, and that to me is a worthy mission for Turner Classic Movies. I don't like what HBO or Max did with the TCM hub, because it is way too many modern films. Sorry, I'm getting really sidetracked because I care about this so much. I loved the Filmstruck app so much. It just was so rich with films that and so many. Like, it wasn't teasing you with things that expire and rotate out frequently. It just like, here, you like films, we're giving you films. Here's all the films, and you could just make your queue and go from there. And I loved how they had certain showcases that were curated by director. Just, it was wonderful. And like, to me, to put it simply, is like, if the film can be shown on TBS, doesn't belong on TCM. Like, TBS is for all the crowd-pleasing evergreen films that are lowercase c classics, but not the capital C classic films. But that's just my take on it, because you can see Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom anywhere. Like, so many networks will play that, but not many will play, like, Madame Bovary, for instance. No one will play that except for Turner Classic Movies. And now Turner Classic Movies has no accessibility through an app, because they canceled Filmstruck so that they could have the hub on Hobo Max, which doesn't actually cater to the audience that liked Filmstruck. So that's why I feel like it's important to have a designation, because the films that don't get any play are crowded out by the crowd-pleasing films that do get play and don't necessarily need to be a part of a classic film hub in order to get play. So if I was running Warner Brothers, I would make that change, but I am never going to run Warner Brothers, and no one at Warner Brothers will ever listen to me, so there we are. I just have to start getting stuff on physical media. Well, continue to get stuff on physical media if I want to see it. Okay. Well, bother. I did again. I keep coloring on the line layer. But what do you guys think of this thing about being on me taking calls on Instagram during the stream? Is that a nice mix 'em up? I'll have to, if that's something you guys like, now that I know what exactly it is, I'll have to figure out a way to do that. Like, maybe just live while I'm talking to you, and you tell me all the things I'm doing wrong. And Barry says, I vaguely remember Silver Screen Classics. There's also a channel called Rewind focused on 70s, 80s, and 90s movies. Barry says, also, I have a feeling Ludwig will be the thumbnail for this stream. Mike says, have I seen the trailer for The Lovers? It's a dark animated film about a chef and a mermaid? Huh. Maybe. Maybe I'll check that out. That's a bizarre combination. But maybe that's what makes it meaningful. Dark, though. Does he, like, try to eat her? Okay. There's Ludwig. Now I gotta figure out how to make this thing with the question funny. Aglets. The question is tough for me because he's just so... There's no cheating the question. I have to get things right. If I make him cartoony, he doesn't really read as the question. But you know what? He's going to end up cartoony. I'm just feeling it that way. His hat's not right. Ugh, fedoras. I should know how to draw fedoras by now. I haven't got a good pose for him. So, like, really embrace your inner Bruce Timm. I wish I had an inner Bruce Timm. One who's just got solid visual language. I know, I've heard people complain about Bruce Timm being very samey, like he draws every character the same, and yeah, but he's created such a incredibly effective visual language for superheroes. And when you look at the comics and you're like, how on earth are you going to animate stuff like this in a efficient way? And he found a way. So I'll always respect him for developing that style. And he figured it out, so we don't have to. Aglets. This requires I draw hands. Actually, is there a profile of the question? How? He's got to have a profile. Does he have a nose in profile? I don't know.
Components.
Question. The question. Profile. Nope. I guess if I tried to draw the question in profile, he's got to have a nose under there. Or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. What do you think? Does the question have a nose in profile? Or is it just... like maybe a ridge? Because I know it's a mask that goes over his face. I guess, does Rorschach have a profile? A nose, I mean. A nose in profile. Stop doing the... Stop doing all the things, Restream. Stop it. I found one image from what I assume is a really old comic. Could go a route of Batman Brave and the Bold style. There it is. Now you take it away. Post it in the Discord general chat. Let's see. There we go. Copy. Can't I copy? Yes, I can copy.
Ohio does have the most amount of...
This is weird. It looks like he has eyes, too.
State that makes people want to leave the planet.
Peculiar. To nose or not to nose? Grace Toon says, I've definitely seen some whinging in certain niche progressive circles about Tim's female designs. I think they're so appealing and beautiful personally, but prudes are gonna prude. Well, they are pretty samey. I mean, and I think the people who I've talked to who have problems with his female designs are just like, they all look the same. That's pretty true. Like, there's some variation, like Big Barta is, you know, broader shouldered, but they all have like the same like petite frame. But I mean, the men are the same too. They're very, very samey. But I really don't mind because, again, it's a complicated thing that he's done. I really, it's hard because I love what he developed for the later animated series, like Superman On, where it's a more streamlined look. But I still love the original Batman animated series designs because... Oh, we have a sub. Thank you, Maria Paula. Because there was lots of variation, lots of personality, and lots of visual interest in those original designs. But there was limitations to how efficiently those designs could be animated. So when he streamlined everything, made just like male body types, female body types that had very limited variations, it made the animation and the simplified graphic shapes. They're still very, like, the word is appealing. It's still very appealing, and it's simple, and it's deceptively simple. But like, if it was my job to draw in a Bruce Timm style, like, I'd figure it out. Like, but right now it's a struggle because everything's a struggle for me. And I got a cheer, woohoo! But I really respect what he was able to achieve because it's really hard. Like, what he did was really, really hard. And now that he's done it, we take it for granted. But I will endlessly give him respect for the visual language he achieved with those designs. And Barry says, gonna be done chatting for the night. Oh, bye, Barry. Everyone say, bye, Barry. We'll see you next time. Okay. Okay, I think I've got something. I think I'm going to do a last poor Yorick. with the question and his shoes. Oh, did Judy say something else? Joker's design was always a problem for the overseas studio, apparently. Apparently he got a big change after Superman. Oh, I really did not like his redesign. Just those little white dots for eyes. Ugh. But I think he reached an excellent compromise in Return of the Joker. That is a great Joker design. I mean, it's unique. It's particular to that movie. Like, I wouldn't want that to be the forever Joker look, but it's like you can see what elements he brought back from the original design. And I think it was a very successful look and very, very sinister too. I don't think the Joker ever looked more sinister without losing his essence. I don't like it when they make the Joker like gross and corpse-like and with like yellow foam coming out of his mouth. I really don't like it when they make Joker gross. I think that there's elegance to the character that needs to be there for him to actually be the Joker. But yeah, I really liked Return of the Joker. Okay, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go okay, I've got a picture of Fedora right there, right here, and I'm still like, what does it look like? Making the brim too wide. Okay, I don't think I can do a profile and have it look okay. I think I need to... Oh boy, I gotta stop drawing the outline. Okay, class, lesson number 1. Do not draw the outline. Draw from the inside out. Do as I say and not as I do. Draw from the inside out. Get your foundational, solid drawing in there. Okay. Okay. This is going to look really messy before it looks good. I'm just giving you guys a warning. And I'm going to do the directional lines first so I can figure out what I'm doing. Because he's got no features for me to hang my hat on. So I'm going to pretend he does, and then I'm going to erase him. That's my plan. Okay. Also, I'd like to do a quick poll. Who here read Watchmen and their favorite character is Rorschach? I would like to know. I have a theory. So who here has has read the graphic novel Watchmen and their favorite character is Rorschach? Razzle, same, me. I saw the movie first, then read the comic. Me. Okay, so that's pretty this is tracking with my hypothesis. No more request for stop it, restream, stop it. Is there anybody who read Watchmen and they have a favorite character, and Rorschach is not their favorite character? Is there anyone who has a favorite character in Watchmen that is not Rorschach? Aha, okay, TNT Trader. Who is your favorite character? Dr. Manhattan? Okay. Is Rorschach runner-up? I don't like Rorschach. His face looks like childhood trauma here. I guess that's sort of the point. How does this keep popping up? I don't know. I turned it off. I swear I did. I disabled. And it just won't. It just won't go away. That's a Rorschach test joke. Okay. I get it. Took me a minute. I'm just having trouble with arms today. Where does this... How long? I'm holding something here. My elbow would not be all the way over there. Yeah, that arm would be closer in. Closer in. Somehow that feels... there's not enough space. One more time. How many Pepper Ann drawings would you need for one page of your fan art book? And for that matter, what size would those pages be? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying I need any more Pepper Ann drawings. But if it turns out that I have a lot, there will be a page of Pepper Ann. That's why I'm hoping to get enough fan art going so that I can sort of make themed pages. I know this arm is too high, so I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna lasso this down.
It's actually better to do like the belt or bracer if you can actually just buy the equipment outright with the FPs or anything like that and upgrade it that way versus an earpiece because you're going to have to go back and get the earpiece again. But you'll be replacing the belt.
All right. Lesson number 2, class.
Well, yeah, but the thing is you
Two.
still have to go back and go
When
to your disenchant,
you are drawing
deconstruct,
your foundational structures,
get another earpiece.
don't just
You just
have something and skip over it. Draw through. Draw through. Do as I say and not as I do. Draw as I say and not as I do. That's going to be my motto for these streams.
well, yeah, but just
Because I can tell you the right way to do things.
if you have enough FPs,
I give myself very good advice, but I very seldom follow it.
as long as you have the pieces, you can use the belt because you're going to be replacing that with just model gear.
Okay, I think we've got a question contemplating aglets. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm missing the squareness of the shoulders with him and Dr. Drake. And these thingies do help. I don't know what the what it's called. Epaulets? Epaulets? That doesn't sound right, but I can't think what the right word is. Chat, you know everything. You know, when there was a time when animated characters could hold cigarettes, and now that cannot be shown, do you think we should start doing that again? It's whatever the story calls for. But I don't think kids get addicted to cigarettes because they see a cartoon character holding a cigarette. I don't know if they've done studies where they show direct causation, but that's just, I've never felt inclined to take up smoking, but I really enjoy watching Humphrey Bogart, his scraggled, pockmarked face haloed by rings of smoke. And I said, like, he looks really cool.
If you got it,
But I never wanted to smoke because of that. But I think if you want to do, I do feel strongly if you want to do a period piece where there was a great deal of smoking, like in detective times, like dinosaur times, dinosaur detective times, there was just smoking, and it won't feel authentic if you don't have smoking. So it depends on the story, but I don't think, that's why like these decrees from on high are so difficult to deal with, because like you don't know what's appropriate until you have the story. But yeah, smoking stinks. Kids, don't smoke. That's my public service announcement for the day. Now, did anybody feel like trying a cigarette because they saw Joe Camel looking cool playing pool? I don't know. I still have cartoon characters as heroes, and I did smoke cigarettes for a while. Oh, which cartoon characters? I used to walk like Chaplin sometimes as a kid. What a dork. Oh, did you have a little cane that you swung around in a circle? I find dorkiness incredibly endearing, and it's not because I'm a dork myself. The creators of Smiling Friends had to fight to get vaping into their adult cartoon. Vaping isn't even... I mean, do vapes still explode in people's faces? I remember a couple years ago there was this epidemic of exploding vapes, but I don't get banning vapes, because it's how people stop smoking cigarettes. Am I wrong? I don't know. Weird rules. Okay, there's my question. Does he look vaguely human? I need to tidy up this sketch just a bit. Tangent, tangent. Maybe I need to move his thumb because it's like right over his mouth. Yeah, I find it really difficult to draw a character with no eyes or facial features, because I lose my sense of the structure super quick. He's got kind of too cartoony of an ear. Let's knock that ear down. One of the Adult Swim's major advertisers is an anti-smoking and vaping group, so you can see how that happened. Oh, Eep Hall 2007 says, "Hello, Miss Joanna." Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Liston says, "I remember smoking my first and last cigarette when I was only five? Who let a 5-year-old have a cigarette?" Patches, snacks, gum, walks, drawing, cannabis, slapping myself even. You slapped yourself? Is that what you mean? What character slaps themselves? Susanna says, "I used to like pretend smoke with a pretzel stick as a kid, but knew I wouldn't really smoke. But that was from watching old movies like Humphrey Bogart. Oh yeah, I totally could pretend to smoke and pretend to look cool." Yeah, there's something about Bogart. Bogart is... Nate, could you see if Diana's crying? Nate, I hear something. I think I hear little feet out of bed. Oh, no, you did it to quit. You slapped yourself to quit? I've never heard that before. Did it work? I think I'm going to try and make his arms broad. I don't think his arms are long enough. I need to study There's so much I need to practice, you guys. Oh dear. I think my little one is unhappy. I can hear her. Oh no. Yeah, this isn't better. This is not better. How do folds work? I don't know. Uh-oh. What's going on? Hey, thank you for the sub, Matthew. His arms are long enough, in fact. Elbows at the waist, hands at the hips. Well, good for you, Matthew. Quitting cigarettes. It is no joke. And Philippe Esponton says, am I working on the full series of Has Been? No, I'm not. But I'm happy it's in production. Okay, maybe I'm just... Maybe the sleeves are too big. Maybe I'm overdoing. Maybe he's wearing his, like a triple XL overcoat. I just need to see it. I need to go to figure drawing and get some reference of overcoats. Trench coats, that's what I mean. I don't have a sense of how the material works. How sharp should the shoulders be? How broad should his shoulders be? That doesn't work. That does not work. Okay. I don't know. See, this is why I admire Bruce Timm so much, because he looks at a character like The Question, and he's like, I got that. I know what shapes. I know how to make this feel weighty. I know how to make this feel worn in just a few lines. And I'm struggling. And I don't know why I'm drawing this thing in the back. Is this a thing that trench coats have? I don't know. For some reason, my brain says it is, but I need reference. Because this is not... This would bunch up way more. It's heavy material. But it looks wrong. wrong. The elbow looks wrong. It all looks wrong. And I think it's also because I care very much about the question. I love the question. I want to do right by the question. And I feel like I am not. Wait, did I say I want to do wrong by the question? I meant I want to do right by the question, and I feel like I'm doing wrong. Speaking of Bruce Timm, he also worked for Tiny Toons as a storyboard artist. That's true. I think he wrote a few episodes as well. My stream is kind of bugged now. Yeah. Those request links just don't know where to stop. I don't know. And we've got a Curtis. Welcome, Curtis, who says, love your art, and I think next request I'll try to get SWAT cats. Yes, SWAT cats. And Restream says, congratulations, I've received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Yeah, we did that before, Restream. What's going on? And State Fasudo said, Lee, that's not a compliment. And Jono says, classic peer pressure is what got me smoking, never media or anything. They smell and taste too bad. Now, after getting hooked, maybe media could trigger a craving, but that just meant I wasn't really ready to quit yet. Oh, I'm sorry, Jono. Love the stream, logging off. Bye, Jono. Well, text soon. And Mara says, question rules, love that man. Love him too. I wish DC did more stuff with him. He's a great character. Great character. I know what'll help. Yes. I need to get that corner of the chin in there. Okay. Now I'm feeling better. Now I'm feeling better. His face is his chin. Let me bring this thumb down. Without his chin, he is nothing. Okay, we've got... Oh, we're still hopping. I never saw any responses to my question about what do you guys think about taking calls during the live stream. Is that fun? Is that something you guys would be interested in doing yourselves? Weigh in. Let me hear your opinions on that. Because it was just sort of a spur of the moment thing. And I just wonder if I should do that again. Because I've got... How many requests will I do? I forgot the number. I don't know. I've got one more. I've got Jeanette and Fatso that I want to finish tonight. Let me check the requests. I've still got 20-something left. Arnold the Pit Bull might be fun. Aw. Hilda holding up Twig like baby Simba. Tinkerbell. Oh, man. It's a lot of... It's too much. Um... 50-50. Draco tried getting a vid chat on IG. Charles, I'll try to... Susanna says, I liked the call this time. I can see it going well or not so well depending on the person. It was fun to hear the back and forth. And I think it would be fun to hear a voice to the name we keep seeing. Okay. St. Fasudo said, myself, no, other people, I'm down. Try Chuck. I mean, you could do the other 2 requests next stream. And... oh. Hi, Haley Bird. What you know? Not much. Not much. Gotta get his tie in there. Yeah. Poor question. I've gotten a few requests for the question, but just never... I don't think I ever do him justice. Oops. That's not what I intended. Yeah. Maybe if I put half of him in shadow, it will look better. What do you think? Maybe if I make it so you can't see most of it, it will look good. Yeah, let's try it. Oh, thank you, Positive. If you're still here. Mike says, it's okay. What about spaces from Twitter? That can work too. Yeah, maybe. Lee Dickens says, you carry a conversation even when you're by yourself. Not sure if that's a compliment, but I'll take it that way. Thank you. And a lot of people, yeah, I should head to sleep too. Liston says, not sure if the world is ready to hear my voice. And TN Trader says, what drawing pad do I use? It is a Wacom Cintiq. And stop it, restream with the posting of this thing. And Matthew says, by the way, the thing in the back would surely be his belt. No, it's like a cinch thing that I was thinking. Like, he could have a belt. I don't know. I just didn't envision it that way. And you had a little trench coat as a kid, wanted to be a detective. That's adorable. Where did you get a kid-sized trench coat? And Drago says, love the way turtles wear trench coats as disguises in the TMNT franchise. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that started as something to be yeah, I don't know. Nice. Some trench coats have, yeah, I guess most trench coats have belts, but they also have a thingy in the back that I don't know what it's called. Does anyone else know what I'm talking about? The thingy that sort of cinches it in the back. I don't know enough about trench coat fashion. And we've got some people on Instagram saying some nice things. Thank you, HaGabe07. And Epic Marcus says, what's my favorite color? I know this. I know this. Avalon Blue. Runner-up, Creme de Menthe. Oh. Okay, so his suit is more blue, dark blue. Okay, what a mess this is. I'm tired. I think I'm just gonna finish this little bit and sign off in just a moment. But I think whoever predicted that Ludwig is going to be the thumbnail for this evening, you are correct. Judy. Oh, thank you, Judy. And thank you, Dumbler Dan, for following. And I'm just, whatever this shoe, it's some sort of high top. I don't know. I don't care anymore. What is the world even? I don't know. Okay, it's not good. It just isn't. Maybe this would work as a storyboard panel, but I'm sorry, Question. I love you so much. I'll do better next time. I do feel like these characters are real and they get very sad when I draw them poorly. Alright, well, I think I've at least recorded all of the tipped requests. I think I will finish the last couple next time, and next time I will implement strictly fan art policy for getting closer to finishing my book. You know what? Is that too much? Okay, so I've got Jeanette, Fatso the Clown, and Dr. Livesey. They're going to be number 36. It's thrilling to watch how I organize these files, isn't it? So we've got the question. I feel like there's like something I can do to fix this. Is there? Is it that simple? Do I just need to... the shoulder that bothers me. Does he have more? Is the shape? What is the shape? Is it fun watching somebody have a nervous breakdown live? I wonder. What is the shape? Searching for the shape. And his arm's too short. And this needs to go all the way to the shoulder. That I know. Or do I? starting to feel better. I really need to get to figure drawing again. If only there was one that was closer. Nope, losing that elbow. Losing that elbow. And this feels too long. This hand feels too, this thumb feels wrong. Everything feels wrong. Now it feels even wronger. Draw as I say and not as I do. And then a good drawing will come to you. Okay, I think that's marginally better. And Ass says, it's looking a lot nicer. Thank you. I think you're doing his shape. Thank you, Pitter Paint. You can leave anytime, just saying. Okay. Chin resting on my hands. I was literally just thinking this is fun in my head. Oh. Drago says, has this stream been going on for hours now? Yes, it has, because I am not good at knowing when to quit. Okay, a lot better. But still... bunch up that way. Where is your shoulder? That's just like, where's your shoulder? Vic Sage. Is it down there? No. Okay, I've just got to stop. I've just got to stop. Let's return this to how it was. I'll just bump up some of this. Okay. So, woo! This has been a super epic stream. It's one? Dang it. Danger, I meant to start early so I could go to sleep on time to... Anyway, never mind. Ludwig von Drake. I think he turned out Ludwig von Great. And we have Ophelia that I didn't color. And Gigi, whom I did color. And let's see, Jimmy 5 I colored. And the Quokka, who I did not color. Lottie, Voodoo Bunny, Robot Jackal is going to be next stream. And this one that I didn't color. Okay, so I colored a few. Yeah, Ludwig is going to be what I end on here. All right, well, I want to thank everybody. Wow, I feel beat up. So for some reason, this stream just really pushed me, and I don't think that... I mean, I don't know. I think I can get back to drawing, but it's... But you guys really know how to flex my thinking muscles, and I appreciate that very much. And I appreciate everyone for taking the time to stick with me and to be on the stream and to keep the conversation going. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you guys on Instagram as well, and for, you know, letting me experiment a little bit. I'm still figuring out how to run things smoothly, and I just realized again that the music is gone. I'm sorry. But I'm going to turn on the end card now and just thank everybody one last time. If you want to support, there's the t-shirts. There you go. There's the link. And that is an actual link that I want you to send Restream. Thank you very much, Restream. And everyone have a super wonderful good night. I'll see you next time in June. Oh crap, it is